So if this is happening while she's in school, it's going to be a little harder because you're going to have to try to get accommodations for her at school. But one of the biggest things I learned growing up, I didn't know I had ADHD until I was 35. It makes so much more sense now. But whenever I was studying at home or the library or anything, I had to have music or noise or TV. TV was always my biggest one. I would put on shows or movies that I'd seen 1,000 times, something that I wasn't like interested in, because I'd seen it so many times I could memorize it. And as I was studying, having that on in the background, it like allowed my brain to like focus on that enough that I could block it out. But it like kept my brain busy enough that I could focus on what I was doing. And I never knew that that's what that was, but it was like basically just like using up part of my brain to allow the other part of my brain to focus. And something I learned from TikTok that like took it up a level is to put on video game music. The music that they use for video games is to keep you playing video games. It's part of the like attraction of video games, especially for people that are neurodivergent. So if you can put on like YouTube and put on a video game soundtrack, Mario Kart, Zelda, whatever, they just have like the sounds for it. It's like levels up that like TV or music part. Now I know at school that's hard because they don't want you to have your devices and all that. But you might be able to get an accommodation. And even if you have to try and find like an old actual iPod or MP3 player that you can just put music on, they might allow that a lot better than they would allow like a phone. But that is like one of my biggest things for like sit down and complete. Another thing would be like the Pomodoro technique, which is like do 20 minutes of focused work and then give yourself a 5-minute break. If they would allow her to like sit for 20 minutes, focus, and then take a walk to the bathroom or whatever, or do something that's not working for those 20 minutes just to like keep you into the work. Those are two things that have really helped me just at home, which I know, again, if it's at school, like you're going to have to talk to the school about accommodations, which is frustrating. I would also look into supplements. I know I said in my last video that like it's the same as prescriptions. You never know what's going to be around. But in the meantime of trying to like learn these techniques, if you can't get your ADHD meds, there are some supplements that might help with focus. So I would look up, like supplements for focus, and see if there's anything that might help. I've heard a lot of good things about saffron. I haven't tried it myself personally. But those might be some things that would help her sit still and focus, which I hate. That's so stupid that you have to sit still and do anything. Why can't she stand and do it? Stupid.